Hello everyone, I am Herman from Yinghua College. These two questions I take from Math Smart Book 1A and published by Educational Publishing House. And today I want to talk about the Unit 1 of this book. The main focus of Unit 1 is about the divisibility test of numbers. This is very useful for the future, and I hope you find these videos useful. If you are using the same book as me, then I hope you find this video helpful. The Unit 1 of this book is help us revise the things we learned in the primary level. And let me talk about the divisibility test to you. And first, it is 2. If you find a number's last digits is the last digits is, if it is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, then that number is a multiple of 2. Like 22, we look at this, the last digit. And now I talk about the divisibility test of 3. The divisibility test of 3 is that we look at the sum of all digits. And to see if it is divisible by 3. Like 1, 2, 3, 123. And we look the sum of all digits, so we plus them, and it is equals to 6, and we know that 6 is a multiple of 3. So that 1, 2, 3 is divisible by 3. The divisibility test of 4 is looking at the last two digits of the number. Like 124. We look at the last 2 digits. It is 24, and we know that 24 is divisible by 4. So that 124 is divisible by 4, and it is a multiple of 4. Now I talk about the divisibility test of 5. When we're talking about 5, we look at the last digit. The last digit of the number, and if the last digit is 0 or 5, then it is divisible by 5. Like 1, 2, 5, we look at this, or 1, 3, 0, we look, if this is 5 or 0, then it is a multiple of 5. The divisibility test of 6 is that we divide this into 2 and 3, and we look at if the number is an even number, then it is divisible by 2. And we also need to look at the sum. The divisibility test of 3. We add the sum together, and if a number is divisible by 6, then it is an even number, and it is divisible by 3. Like just 30. And the divisibility test of 2 says that if the ending is 0, then it can divisible by 2. And the divisibility test of 3 is add them together, 3 plus 0, and it is 3, so it can divisible by 3. If this number can both divisible by 2 and 3, then it is a multiple of 6. When talking about a number, if it can divisible by 7, 11, or 13, then we look at the last 3 digits and other digits of the number. Like 30100, we look at the last 3 digits and the first digit, and we decide which is bigger. 100 is bigger than 30, so we use 100 to minus 30, and it becomes 70. And we use this number to divide it by 7. If this number can divide it by 7, 11, or 13, like 70, it can divide it by 7, and it is a multiple of 7, so this number is a multiple of 7. And if this number cannot divide it by 11 and 13, so this number is not a multiple of 11 and 13. When it comes to 8, we look at the last 3 digits of a number. Like 10200, we just look at these 3 digits. If 200 can divide it by 8, then this number is a multiple of 8. Like 200, it is a multiple of 8. Then this 10200 is also a multiple of 8. When it comes to 9, this is actually same with 3. The divisibility of test of 9, it is looking at the sum of all digits. So it is actually same with 3, but we divided the sum of all digits by 9 to see if it is a multiple of 9. Like 81, we know that the sum of all digits we plus 8 plus 1, it is 9, and it is a multiple of 9. So 81 is also a multiple of 9. And when it comes to 10, we look at the last digit of the number. Last digit of the number to see if it is 0. Like 100, we look at this. If this is 0, the last digit is 0, then this number can divide it by 10. Like this, if this 0, then it's a multiple of 10. You can mark all the divisibility tests I talked about before. You can mark that down because it is useful. Okay, now so we look at the question number 1. Consider the integer p equals to 777. We don't know how many 7 is it, but it have a lot of 7. And write down 2 possible values of p such that it is divisible by 3. So let us think. It is divisible by 3. So we need to know that the divisibility test of 3 is we look at the sum of the number. And the number, we don't know what is this, so we need to try out. And if p equals to 7, this is not a divisible, it is not a multiple of 3. And when p equals to 77, we add them together, equals to 14. It is also not a multiple of 3. And when p equals to 777, and it is 21, so it is a multiple of 3. And it said we need 2 possible values of p so that it can divisible by 3. And we know that the sum of 7, it is the sum of 7. So when p equals to 77777, this is 7 times 6, because 6 is also a multiple of 3, so we know that it is 42, which can divisible by 3. So these 2 number is the answer. And now let me talk about question 2. You can pause the video and try to do this. Consider the 6-digit number t equals to 3512d4, where d is an integer from 0 to 9 inclusive. Under how many values of d is t divisible by both 4 and 6? So we need to look at the divisibility test of 4 and 6. And we know that t equals to 3512d4. When we look up about the divisibility test of 4, we look at the last 2 number, which is d4. And we know that this is divisible by 4. This is divisible by 4. And we have 24, which is divisible by 4. And we have 0, 4, 44, 64, and 84. This 5 number. So when we look at the divisibility test of 4, we know that d equals to 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. We have this possibility. And when we look at the divisibility test of 6, and 6, it is divisible by 2 and 3. And the last number is 4, so it's divisible by 2. And we look at 3, which is the sum of all digits, and it is 3 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2 plus d plus 4. And this is equal to 15 plus d. And we can use this number, we can fill this number into here. And we look at 0 first. 15 plus 0 equals to 15, and which is divisible by 3. And so 0 is an answer. And now 15 plus 2 equals to 17, which is not a multiple of 3. And 15 plus 4 is to 19. It's not and we try 15 plus 6 equals to 21. This is correct. And 15 plus 8 equals to 20 equals to 23. This is not. So we know that the answer is 0 and 6. Yes. So from this we know that the answer is D equals to 0 or 6. This is the answer. I hope this video is helpful for you to have more interest in math and you know how to solve these problems and help you revise the knowledge you learn in primary level, and hope this is helpful to you. Thank you.